LeBron saved the USA.
Yes.
Pretty damn good game against South Sudan, which has they got some guys.
Oh, no,
they got some dudes.
No, I watched this game. They got dudes.
U.S. was down 16, and then LeBron leads an incredible comeback. Interestingly, 23-5 run in the second half. Steph Curry got hot, and then LeBron scored the game winner with 8 seconds left. LeBron 25, 6, and 7. Anthony Davis 15 and 11. So it was the LeBron and AD show.
No question.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, by the way, what do you think LeBron, people say LeBron's got quite an ego. Year 22, 39 years old, and he knows he's the best player consistently on this team. Not Jason Tatum, not Booker, not Ant Edwards. LeBron James knows in that game, you and I watched it, LeBron's why they won. LeBron James, year 22. So all the people that think you have an ego, go watch the internet for 5 minutes. Losers think they're something. I mean, it's just ripe with losers. LeBron's been top of the world, the planet in basketball, still our most dependable player on the Olympic team. Today, year 22.
39 years old.
You don't think he's got a little self-confidence? I'm watching that game. He is not only is he the glue guy, he makes everything work, he had to do all the scoring.
Yeah, he's not going to let him loose.
And also, we got to be fair here. I was very critical, I think you were too, of Anthony Davis 2 years ago. Couldn't stay healthy. The dude's been a monster for 2 years.
He's top 3 on this team.
He has been, and when you watch him, he has been phenomenal.
Now, I do need to ask, I wasn't here for the tape, but you had said this team is way better than the Dream Team.
I said it's deeper because it's positionless. Everybody can, outside of like Anthony Davis, everybody can handle the ball. Everybody can shoot a three. I mean, when you're bringing like a Tatum and an AD off the bench, that ain't Christian Laettner. That's a different level. It's the deepest team. It's the most diverse, most dexterity I've ever seen in an Olympic team. But is their starting five as great? Maybe not.
Well, again, I'm not trying to pin you down here. I do wonder, though. Exhibition game, South Sudan.
Yes.
U.S. favored by 40. By the way, don't bet on exhibition Olympic basketball, people. Don't. And then the U.S. barely wins. So does this say they're not great? Not like a historically great team?
Well, it doesn't say that they're not great.
What does it say?
But here's my take on a lot of this stuff, is that there was a different feel from American players when you went through high school and were hard coached, and you went through college and stayed for 3 years and you were hard coached, and then you went into the NBA and were hard coached. Players now don't play high school basketball. It's AAU basketball, which is just a million games and nobody's coaching you hard. 1 year max of college where the coach has to basically suck up to you so you'll go to his Kentucky or go to his Syracuse. Into the NBA where you finally get some hard coaching if you fall to the right place like Golden State, Miami, San Antonio, maybe Minnesota, or New York. And so what I see with our players is more dexterity, more talent, more skills, little less hunger. There's a reason that Knicks team, Nova guys, they got an old school feel. They play their arse off. Is that when I watch a lot of our domestic players, they're really talented. I don't think they quite, I think our old school guys, and I classify AD a little old school, LeBron, Steph Curry. I don't know. When I watch our young basketball players, I don't see kind of that MJ, Kobe, LeBron, Steph, urgency, fight. I don't see it. More skilled, absolutely. More skills than ever. But when I watch our Olympic team, I think this team has a lot of old school guys and then a lot of new school collaborative kumbaya guys. And it's a weird chemistry fit.
So are they missing grit?
I just don't think most young people today, because, their parents had a better life. I don't think there's a ton of grit with a lot of young people. I think there's more talent than ever everywhere in sports and non-sports. I think there's more intelligence, more tech, more brain power, more skills. But when I watch this team, I see these old school guys like you. I watched that South Sudan game. LeBron was like, yo, guys, rally the troop. I'll take over. If I was a young guy, I'd be like, no, this is our team. And it's not. LeBron just takes the ball, controls the offense, even Steve Kerr said, he's just different. He's got LeBron, for as progressive as everybody thinks he is, he's got a lot of old school basketball respect, the way he respects the game.
That's a good point. A small thing, Drew Holiday, so good for the Celtics. Just won another title. He's supposed to be the lockdown defender. The guy who won the G League MVP dominated him in that game on Saturday. Drew Holiday could not stop Carlick Jones, who was the G League MVP and had a triple-double. And it's like, what's going on here? And I think that's to your point. Like, G League MVPs out here trying to prove something. I haven't won anything. I have no rings. I'm not all NBA. I've got to go against these guys, and that's a problem.
A prime example. Look at Phoenix before Chris Paul. They had Devin Booker. They were awful. Chris Paul comes in, old school tough guy. Immediately, NBA final contender. Right? They had to bring in old school guys around Booker. By the way, Jason Tatum, for years and years, they had to bring in old school Drew Holiday, Porzingis. So it's like young guys are more talented, but I kind of feel like sometimes they just don't have sort of that old school mentality. And Tatum's a great example of it. Booker's another great example of it.
Do you think social media has hurt? Because every time you open your phone, if you're Jason Tatum, everybody on the 2 million followers, 5 million, everybody loves you. You're great. You're the GOAT, all this stuff. That's every day. Anthony Edwards, you're the next Jordan. Like, at what point are you just going to be grinding away to get there when you're being told?
Again, I love the NBA now and then. I think it's better today by far in terms of overall skill. But back then, Jordan was fighting for a tiny piece of the pie. Now everybody gets a whole pie. It's different. You make, pre-Magic and Bird, nobody's making shoe money. Now you got maybe Dr. J. Everybody's got revenue from social, revenue from shoes, massive revenue from the league. So I just think Warren Buffett always talks about every generation will have it better than the previous generation because of all the apps we have now. I don't have to go out and eat. I can do DoorDash. My life, I work hard, you work hard, but by and large, most people, apps, tech makes our life much easier. I don't even have to go to a travel agent. I can book 10 flights in 20 minutes. Like, things are easier. So I don't think as a society we have as much, and I'm looking at myself. I had more grit in my 20s than now. Life's gotten easier.
Yeah.
J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
Aaron Rodgers pushing back on missing the OTAs. We'll confront that next. Colin, right, wrong, top of the hour. When protecting your loved ones, home security is obviously key. Simply Safe combines cutting-edge technology with award-winning protection. Go to simplysafecolin.com. 20% off your new system. No safe like Simply Safe.